Not allowed to do that, am I?
Well, the commissaires will be out looking at that one.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if the wind might be coming from the right there.
Yes, that would be,
Yeah, that is not a done thing. It's supposed to be well behind the rider.
The same with motorcycles as well. That's why you often that's why you see these shots essentially from like this, from the back, or just from the side back, because you're not allowed to get up there and shelter the rider. You can see that is exactly where the wind is coming from. Way out for Lars Bohm. Janez Brajkovic. Well, outside of the time of Alex Dowsett. Dowsett's time set today 13:57. 22.
By Brajkovic.
No, absolutely not. And he's quite a way outside, Janez Brajkovic.
Racing to the line now. 14 minutes, 28.
14:28 for Brajkovic. 22nd fastest. Oh, look, Miller almost caught him. David Miller's almost caught him, definitely in time trial mode. This is going to be a good time. This is going to be very fast for David Miller.
David Miller goes quickest. 13 minutes, 50.9.
Beats Dowsett's time.
It also gives us a British 1-2-3 at the moment.
That's incredible. That is incredible. David Miller, well, we can see he tweaked the bike. There are no intermediate time checks here, but look at the way the stem is pointing down. And did you notice underneath the skin suit, he's got the elbow pads from the
a little bit of tweaking again.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the fastest man then, David Miller, ahead of Alex Dowsett and Steve Cummings. British 1, 2, 3. And Lars Bohm is going to have a go at this one as well now.
Never to beat Miller or Dowsett, I don't think.
He's got about 10 seconds to do so, and he's not going to do it. Lars Bohm wanted it, he isn't going to get it. Miller fastest. Then Dowsett, then Cummings, which is incredible. British 1, 2, 3. The rest of the world must be wondering what on earth is going on.
Don't go into trouble, the British 1-2-3 at the moment.
No. Lars Bohm finishes 14 minutes 9.97 seconds for Lars Bohm. Fourth fastest for Bohm. So the best of the non-Brits is about the only thing you can say for Lars Bohm. Now that is a terrific result for Great Britain, whatever happens now. I mean, and I think you're right actually, Graham. The only man who's really going to challenge this now is Tony Martin. Brent Bookwalter, he'll get a reasonable time. Just Postuma will get a reasonable time around here. But Tony Martin, world time trial champion, is the man to watch now. It's Miller, Dowsett, Cummings, and then Lars Bohm.
Blustery.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a taily in a minute as he turns into here.
Taily.
Taily.
In 2011.
Jurgen van den Broek, yep.
Crosses the line now. 14 minutes, 28.65. Good enough for 27.
Jurgen van den Broek, well, has had a bit of an on-off season really, and not quite coming back to super form in the Vuelta a España. Just goes to show what how good the recovery of Wiggins was.
Yeah, because, absolutely.
Yeah, both of them suffering the same injury.
The same day as well? Was it the same day?
No, not the same day.
They weren't far apart, were they?
Yeah, Van den Broek was 2 days later, I think, in the same day as Vinokurov. The same crash, in fact.
Yeah, horrible looking crash that, wasn't it?
Yeah, really awful. But amazingly, we saw a crash very similar in the Vuelta, where 2 or 3 riders went off. I think we had one hairline fracture in an arm, but very, very similar, and everybody came out pretty much unscathed. Whereas when Vinokurov went off, he smashed his leg to bits. So, although he's back racing again, Vinokurov, he's back training. This is Peter Sagan. Sagan finishes 14:33:30.
Watch out for him in the sprints this week. Next rider to finish.
Well, the live timing screens going down, not quite being able to give you the exact times, but 13:50 is the time for David Miller, roughly. 13:57, 22 for Alex Dowsett, and 11 seconds back on Dowsett is Steve Cummings. British riders holding the 1, 2, 3. My goodness, what an end to season we're having.
It's unbelievable.
It is absolutely incredible. But you've got to say that, with Dowsett apart, who wasn't included in that GB squad for reasons that he can't ride in it, but oh my word. Well, somebody was speculating, would Tony Martin pass him? He's not just passed him, he's gone like a rocket.
God, somebody catapulted him past Sanchez then, I think.
Well, you said he wouldn't put it past him, and somebody had speculated, would Tony Martin catch and pass Samuel Sanchez for a minute over 11 kilometres? That's horrible. I mean, if I was Samuel Sanchez, the Olympic road race champion, and not a bad time trialist actually, one has to say, I'd be very disheartened.
He must have caused a draft then when he went past Sanchez. It's a pity we didn't see more of that actually. As he actually come up to him, we just sort of caught him as he'd just gone past him. But blimey, difference in speed was unbelievable.
Brent Goodwater will be the next rider to finish for BMC.
That is Brent Bookwater.
Win the Tour de France this year.
And Froome is almost on him.
Finished second place.
Please don't tell we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, are we?
Chris Froome.
This is Chris Froome chucking the bike into the final corner with Brent Bookwater just ahead of him, and I think Froome might catch him by the line as well. Bookwater, a very good time trialist, but Froome has the bit between his teeth. Froome and Cummings did a tremendous amount of work in the World Championship. Bookwater looks across and thinks, oh no. Now what sort of time we're going to get for Christopher Froome?
Could be second, I think.
Is very, very close of Chris Froome, and we'll confirm it is.
Well, again, we need to wait for the timing screens to come up. But it's not that far off Miller's by the look of it.
Chris Froome, we will get confirmation of Chris Froome.
Chris Froome, first or second fastest, it would appear. Froome turning in a massively good time. Third fastest. 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. It won't be that by the end of it. Sorry, folks, but it won't.
Even so, it's still quite incredible, isn't it?
That is absolutely incredible. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kenyan born, of course. I'm sure the Kenyans are all claiming him as well.
Well, why not? We would.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
The time of Chris Froome, we do now the time of Chris Froome. He was just outside the time of David Miller, so he goes third fastest. Froome, 13 minutes. 59.
This is Jürgen van den Broek. 13:59 for Chris Froome. 13:59.90, which brings him into third spot, just behind.
Timing computer's picked a good time to stop, didn't it?
Yeah, perfect. It's the only way. This is Tony Martin, World Time Trial Champion. First time we've ever seen him in the World Championship bands. I'll tell you what, we got so used to seeing Fabian Cancellara. It looks a bit odd, doesn't it, to see Tony Martin?
Yeah, definitely. But I think we might see him a few more times in that jersey as well. Not just in the next year, but in future years.
We had a bit of a heart-stopping moment for Tony when he came off the ramp, where the front wheel almost tucked up underneath him. But he was last man off, 1 minute ahead, 1 minute behind, sorry, of Samuel Sanchez. It's 11.3 kilometres. He's already caught him and passed him, and some time ago as well. And didn't just pass him and just drift past him. He just rocketed past him. This is Jurgen van den Broek coming in to finish. Into the start and finish straight. Starts just on the other side, next to the water cube. I wonder if we'll see Tony Martin coming around the corner there. As Jurgen van den Broek goes for the line. That would be asking a bit too much, wouldn't it? Surely.
Yeah, but it's not long though, surprisingly. Van den Broek there is going to be 40 seconds down plus on Miller.
And over the line comes Jurgen van den Broek. At the moment, the fastest time is held by David Miller. Hey. Alex Dowsett, Chris Froome and Steve Cummings round out the top 4. Only this man can depose them from the top now. British riders 1, 2, 3 and 4 at the moment, but you have to think that it's not going to be that way at the end. Timing screen's going completely bonkers just at the wrong time here. And Tony Martin has already whistled past the Olympic road race champion Samuel Sanchez. Look at the time. 13:50 is the time he's aiming for David Miller, and he's so comfortably inside that is laughable. He's 20 odd seconds inside. Tony Martin takes the win and will take the leader's jersey. 1 German and 4 Brits round out the top 5. 13:33.63, and almost runs into the side of an official bus.
Makes you wonder that official bus didn't look left to see
what on earth are going on. Tony Martin then kicks off the wearing of the World Time Trial Champions jersey with a win here in the Tour of Beijing. We'll await the official results, but it is Martin, Miller, Froome, Dowsett, Cummings, and here's the Olympic road race champion Samuel Sanchez.
Very much with his tail between his legs, I would think, after that.
How disheartening is that? Nice if we can see the time for him.
He doesn't have normally bad time.
It is.
I think that'll be good.
No, that's a very bad time actually. So not clearly in good shape. Well, we await the official overall results, but the winner is Tony Martin of HTC, the World Time Trial Champion. Pulls that skin suit on and absolutely destroys the field. The next best rider, David Miller of Garmin Cervelo, the Brit, looking very good indeed, tweaking his position to make him as much like the time trial bike as possible, unlike Tony Martin actually, who just looked like he'd climbed on his normal road bike. Looking down on the Bird's Nest Stadium. And that opposite is the water cube, where all the swimming events were held for the Olympic Games. That's where they started, and then they run back in around the back end of the Bird's Nest Stadium for the finish today. Fine win for Tony Martin. That really was a power display.
It was, yeah. I mean, over 11 kilometres, and you see the sort of times at Dowsett, how good Dowsett is as a time trialist now, and then David Miller to go and beat him. You perhaps think, or maybe Tony Martin should have. We still thought he was probably going to win, but to sort of like almost 20 seconds, is amazing. So we'll expect to see him probably as well over the contest overall. I don't see any reason why he shouldn't still be in for a shout overall as well.
Yeah, he's shown he can perform in the shorter tours. Paris-Nice was a terrific example. But there are a couple of stiff climbs coming up in the next week, and possibly that might be his undoing. There we are then, Tony Martin 17 seconds faster than Miller. Dowsett at 24, Froome at 26, Cummings at 35. Great result for Steve. I'm very pleased for him. Lars Bohm 36, and then Kaysen, Luis Leon Sanchez, Jean-Christophe Perrault and Dario Cataldo. Great result by him, 43 seconds down to round out the top 10.